So we have a problem that we need to address because now this is starting to impact a lot more people. We are starting to see this all across the United States, in Canada, in the United Kingdom, wherever. We are seeing stores closing down. Large retailers are collapsing right before our eyes. And I want to address what's going on here. Now, I actually got a message just the other day from somebody that they were asking why. This person says, or asks, why are large retailers shutting down? I just saw Walmart is closing early. I see Target in a nearby location is shutting down. Now, I haven't heard about any Targets closing down, so this must be a temporary closure, but this is a problem. Why would a Target or a Walmart shut down right during the middle of the holiday shopping season? That's insane. That's absurd. But here's what's going on, okay? Because honestly, large retailers are shutting down across the world and here in the United States. But I want to address why. Because this is, it's not just a current problem. This is a problem that has been ongoing. And what's happening is things are just compounding. The problems are just compounding. Initially, we had lockdowns, right? And businesses need consistency. They need consistency with goods, with customers, even with workers. If they're not getting the goods in on a consistent basis, how are the customers supposed to come in and buy the products that they are looking for? Or if the store is shut down because, well, there's no workers to be there to open the doors, that's a problem as well. But these lockdowns have been happening for the past 2 years, right? Even until recently, China was still locking down entire neighborhoods, apartment buildings, businesses. I remember seeing a manufacturing plant that was being, they were locking it down, and people were breaking the windows, jumping out of the windows, even on the second floor, jumping out of the windows to make sure they did not have to stay there. Yeah, that's how serious it was. Now, that's just one of the problems. Then we also have the possibility of a recession. And I'm not saying a recession. I'm saying the possibility of a recession. Large retailers, even small ones, are closing their doors, shutting early, laying off employees because the possibility of a recession. Now, even though I say possibility, if you were to ask me, we will be in a recession. It's not just a possibility. It is a very high probability that we are going to be in a recession sometime in 2023. Now, we saw stores like Walmart and Target just begin liquidating inventory because they had too much. They had too much inventory. They couldn't get in new inventory because, well, where are they going to put it? Right? Major problems. But the other issue is nobody knew what to expect. And here's the problem going into 2023 is what's 2023 going to look like? We don't know. We have no clue. We don't know what the economic outlook's going to be. We don't know how much money the American people are going to have, or people in Europe or Canada or wherever. We don't know. We know we're running out of money, which takes me into the next thing, limited funds. The number one reason why stores are shutting down is because people have less money. A lot less money. We don't have the padded, really bloated bank accounts that we had in 2020 and 2021, right? When we were getting stimulus checks just to make sure the economy didn't just completely collapse. But now, on the backside of that, we got stores that are going to completely collapse. It's a problem. But the issue is we are being hit with inflation. We're being hit with inflation from from food to rent, and then we got things like medicine and fuel. Everything's going up in price. Yeah, it's starting to be getting reversed. At the same time, it's going to take too long. Experts tell us that it's going to take too long. We are going to experience high inflation for most of 2023. We're still in 2022, which means we have to get through these tough times for another year, for another 12 months, for another 365 days, that's going to be tough for many people, especially lower income and middle income households. But here's what I can tell you. All this is happening while bank accounts are at very low levels. We are seeing credit and credit cards at some of the highest levels we've ever been at, right? Again, very concerning. But then on top of all this, the stock market's selling off. According to financial experts and people on Wall Street, they are predicting we are potentially going to see another 20 to 25% sell-off of the stock market. Well, if you're considering taking your money out now, maybe that's a good thing. Again, not financial advice. I would never give you financial advice. But if that's money you need, probably pull it out because you don't want to risk it. But at the same time, stock market's selling off. The equity in housing is dropping. And again, nobody knows what to expect for 2023. Have no clue. I wish I could tell you what was going to happen. But honestly, we don't know. But let's talk about some of the stores that we do know are having some problems. For instance, let's just start with Walmart. Walmart CEO Doug McMillon, he said this week, he said if thefts continue to occur and they have to continue to increase security, what's going to happen is the store is not going to be as profitable, or it may not be profitable at all. And so because of that, he is going to have to close down certain Walmart stores in locations where they are not profitable. And in most cases, it's not because they're not selling products, it's because there's too many thefts. That's an issue. It's not just petty thefts, it's organized retail thefts as well. But we also know Walmart's not the only one. Target, I have heard that, yes, they are experiencing thefts as well. And I think every single store is. But again, it depends on how much they can limit those. We also know the CVS pharmacies are planning on shutting down 900 locations in the next year. 900 locations. That's a lot. That's a lot of locations, a lot of businesses, a lot of people going to be on unemployment because of these closures. Okay, some of these already started shutting down. One I know of shut down as of December 1st of 2022. We know Office Depot is going to be closing 17 stores. That's not a huge amount of stores, but again, Office Depot, even when I walk into the Office Depot or a couple of Office Depots near me, I'm still seeing there's probably 6 or 7 employees. 6 or 7, let's say 7 employees. What is that? 770. You're looking at over 100 employees, right? Over 100 employees are going to lose their jobs because Office Depot is going to shut down. And then where do those people, those businesses go to go and get things printed? Or go and get a new monitor or a new desk or new notepads or pens or papers? Probably Walmart, Target, maybe Amazon, right? That's what's going to happen. We also know a store like Joann Fabric. It's not a store that I frequently go into, but they will be closing down 8 of its 800 locations. So again, not a huge amount, right? But 1%, still substantial. Sally's beauty supply stores, they're going to be closing down, get this, 350 stores. So if you like to go get your hair colored and you want to do it yourself, you want to go and get some new clippers or shears or whatever, well, you might have to go somewhere else because they'll be shutting down. Krispy Kreme is going to be closing down 20 stores. We know Big Lots, their CEO stated last week that they are currently going to experience an accelerated number of closures. In 2022, this current year, we were expecting to see 500 new locations open up. However, they haven't done that. They are now experiencing kind of the reverse effect, and now they're projecting they're going to be closing stores at an accelerated rate. That's Big Lots. And if you know what Big Lots is, if you've ever been to one, Big Lots is supposed to be a little bit cheaper than your average grocery store, even Walmart. They are going to be those selling kind of the products that nobody else wants. They're very similar to like a grocery outlet. However, Big Lots sells stuff that is a little bit further away from their expiration date. Now, here's what you need to know. If, let's say, you are constantly going to Big Lots to buy whatever it may be, that might be a problem because that store could potentially be closing down. But also good news here, if Big Lots does close down, guess what? They will likely liquidate their inventory, which means if you need a new couch, maybe go and get one. Need a new table? Possibly go and get one. Need some food at a discounted rate? Well, you might be in luck. They might sell it at a little bit of a discount. Again, that's some good news in kind of all this bad news. And then here's another one. And this caught me by surprise, but I want to address this because this is going to impact one of my businesses. What we now know is we are seeing closures in secondhand stores, thrift stores, stores like Goodwill and Salvation Army. Now, for those that you don't know, and if you've been here on my channel for the past 3, 4, 7 years, however long I've been here on this channel, one of the things that I've done in the past and I continue to do, but I don't talk about anymore, is I sell stuff. I'm a reseller. I go to thrift stores or retail stores like Walmart and Target, and I buy products and I resell them online. I resell them on Amazon or even eBay. Now, this impacts me. The reason why this will impact me is because if these stores are going out of business, this is where I buy some of my products. This is also where, and there'll be a link down in the description box below. It's called Thrift Store Profits. And it's a course, you can go and get it. There's a discount code as well. But in this course, I show you how to go to stores like Goodwill or Salvation Army or Value Village. Go to any secondhand store, buy some of their products like electronics or tools or even shoes, secondhand shoes. Yeah, continue to sell. But you go and buy a pair of shoes. Let's say a pair of Hoka 1-1s. You go and buy these shoes for, let's say, $10 to $20, and they sell on eBay for like $150 because they're gently worn shoes. But I show you how to do that. So this isn't just impacting my reselling business. This also impacts my course selling business as well, because if there's a lot of thrift stores that shut down and somebody's like, well, I'm not gonna go buy this course because, well, I don't have a thrift store near me. The last Goodwill just shut down last week. Right? That's a problem. And I bring this up because a Salvation Army store shut down and somebody that was going to buy my course, they're like, I can't justify it because now I got to drive 30 minutes to go to the next thrift store. So that's what kind of prompted me to look into this is, you're right, that store is shutting down. More Salvation Army stores are shutting down. More thrift stores are shutting down. Why? People aren't giving away their goods anymore. You look at Target, and there's a thrift store near me that they get a lot of their products from Target. When Target is done with the items that are on clearance and they just can't sell them, and they've been sitting for I don't know how many weeks, they give them to the thrift store, and the thrift store sells them. But now they're not getting anything. I went into the thrift store just recently. They got nothing from Target. There's no clearance sticker, nothing. So that kind of tells me that they're not getting any inventory. But it's not just Target, it's not just thrift or retail stores that were giving away items. The people are not as well. I normally give about a bag to, maybe sometimes a big box every couple weeks, at least once or twice a month. I haven't been giving away as many products lately. Why? I just don't have as much. Or, and this isn't me personally, but I know people that they're like, I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to hold on to this because maybe just now isn't the right time to be selling this. Or I'm going to sell this at a yard sale because people are going to want this in the spring. That's kind of what we're seeing. We're not as frivolous with the items that we have. So it's kind of what we know at this time. As always, as I know more, I promise I'll come back on and share all the latest news and updates. But again, large retailers and small retailers are collapsing right before our eyes. And we've been seeing the writing on the wall for over a year. So that's what we know. As always, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.